Well, the speculation is over, guys, and I'm here with my friend Brooke, fellow Raptors fan and 905 aficionado. What do you make about these final roster cuts?
Super happy, Greg, for these cuts. I mean, all so far this season, been hoping that Banton and Champagnie stay with us, and they have. We watched them at the 905 last year, got to know them a lot better, and I would have just hated to see either of them go.
Yeah, if they got cut, like, even our kids would be upset. You got a Banton jersey, I got a Banton jersey. Now that you look at it, like, we watched all the preseason games. Did Banton on the court look like a guy that was going to be cut from that team? No, exactly.
He brought it. I mean, compared to last year.
And the sample size for Justin was really just this last Celtics game, which you and I, our intention yesterday was to come home from vacation, watch the second Celtics game, and then make this video speculating about who we thought would be cut. We don't have to worry about that anymore. The cuts have been made. Let's take a look at the stats from yesterday's game with Justin Champagnie specifically. So what we notice here is Justin's all second from the bottom above Wancho there, right? And Justin played 24 minutes. So did they give him a good look?
Totally. That's a lot of time out there.
Okay, do you look at box scores very often? Probably not.
I don't.
Cool. So basically he played 24 minutes. He shot 2 for 5 from the floor, 2 3-pointers, but missed both. He got to the line 4 times. That's pretty good. How do you get to the line in the Raptors system? Green lights, I explained in another video. There's 2 green lights for the Raptors. If you're open for a 3-pointer, even if you're Ken Birch, shoot them, and you better be practicing to sink them. That's number 1 green light. The second green light that they're introducing this year is not just Pascal Siakam can go from an ISO ball. Instead, everybody has a green light to drive the lane this year. And are you seeing that in the game?
See, totally. Well, how do you think Justin got to the line so many times this game?
Fucking right, Brooke. That's exactly how he got to the line. And what else did he get on his stat sheet that we noticed from the box score?
He went to the rim and he got his own rebounds.
Exactly. They totally crashed the glass all game, and Justin was not just driving the lane, but he was creating situations where they could get putbacks. This brings us to the exact reason Josh Jackson was cut from the team. He wasn't there necessarily to make the team, he was there for mentorship. So yes, he had a chance to make the team. Same with DJ Wilson. But they were really there. In my very first video in the summer, I talked about mentorship. DJ Wilson is there for mentorship. DJ Wilson was never going to make this roster, guys. He was just there to mentor and to show our young bigs how we want them to play a little bit more like DJ Wilson. Sometimes you invite guys to summer league and training camp because they have a skill set that you want to rub off on your other guys that you're developing. So DJ Wilson and Josh Jackson, as much as they looked good and looked like they might even make the team, they were really there because they possess a skill set. So DJ Wilson, we'll skip him for now, but Josh Jackson, I talked to you about the other day. What skill set did I say he already has in the league? It has to do with his shitty shooting percentage.
Well, he drives the lane. He does everything right, but then his shots don't necessarily go in.
But because he knows his shot doesn't go in, what does he do with his shot?
He's there to rebound it.
He deliberately puts it soft on the rim,
so
he himself expects to have to go and rebound it.
Yeah.
So what the Raptors are actually doing with Josh Jackson is they're showing guys like Justin Champagnie and Dalano Banton, hey, you don't need to get every shot in. What you need to do is put it soft on the rim. So that what?
So he can get his own putback.
Exactly, but for the Raptors, it's not just you going after your own rebound. We're all Justin's teammates when he drives the lane and softly puts it up on the rim.
They're all there at the rim, ready to...
Fucking right. I think they had 18 offensive fucking rebounds.
Down. And there's number 20 on the offensive glass for Toronto.
So what Josh Jackson was there to do was to mentor this.
Cool.
Makes sense? And Justin already has a better 3-point shot than Josh Jackson. He already has the team morale and the right kind of sensibilities to be on the Raptors. Josh Jackson, I'm intrigued by him, but did they make the right choice?
They did, because even when he gets to the line, he sinks them in the line, which a lot of them have to work on also.
Fucking right, our free throws are shit!
But he made them all, and that's how he made up for what he missed driving the line.
At the end of the day, do we care if we score on each shot?
That's what I mean, the shot. Yeah. No, as long
What
as
do
you
we
get,
care? As long as we get
the point.
on each trip,
Trip,
right?
yeah.
In fact, it's not about scoring each time, it's about each trip. 2022 Raptors key concept. Isolation success percentage and shot efficiency do not tell the whole tale. Do the Raptors score on a lot of trips?
They do.
Yeah. So on the stat line, if you're watching from ESPN or just checking box scores, the Raptors shooting percentage sucks. But the truth is, they aren't even necessarily trying to put the ball in the bucket each time. They're just trying to make the defense change their positioning, put the ball soft on the rim and crash the glass, and hopefully get some points on that trip. You could have amazing shooters on your team. They're very expensive players that shoot amazing from the field. We could go get KD, okay? Mm-hmm. And he'd put more buckets in, his shooting percentage would be higher. What's the advantage to the Raptors crashing the glass? What does it do to the defense? If the other team is used to having one big, strong guy, which we don't have on our team, doing all the rebounding and then passing the ball up the floor, what does it do when our Raptors start getting all the offensive rebounds? What does that guy say to his team?
He's like, I can't do it all by myself. There's too many people there.
Fucking right, I need help.
Yeah.
So what happens is the Celtics, and you notice this in the second quarter, the Celtics have to send like 3-4 guys on defense just to deal with the fact that they can't stop us on the O glass. Watch how they compensate and in the fourth, and it opens up shooters.
Oh, beautiful.
That eliminates their transition game. 2022 Raptors key concept number 2. Crashing the glass mitigates the opposition's transition game. So even if they get the rebound on defense, they don't have guys down the floor. So our crashing the glass doesn't just help get us points from each possession. It makes them work harder. It makes them tired. It makes them frustrated. And it's just like golf. Sports are all mental games. Like if you are out of your rhythm and frustrated, then you start like bitching to the other guy and bitching. Tatum got fucking ejected from the game, and Grant Williams almost did from bitching to the refs.
You're forcing the other team to change course when they don't want to. They
Exactly.
have their plan, right? And you're making them change their plan when they don't want to.
They're tired.
So.
Does Tatum want to be rebounding, or does he want to be dunking?
Well, he obviously doesn't, because he didn't like it and he got kicked out over
That's right.
his reaction.
Exactly. Okay, so to reiterate, we got green lights to shoot threes. We got green lights this year to drive the lane and cause the defense to have to rebound as a team, which takes away the opposing team's transition game, gets them out of rhythm, makes them tired, makes them frustrated, and helps us get more successful trips, even though we don't have sharpshooters on our team necessarily, but we have long arm monsters and guys that can go to the rim. Ultimately, what are we actually trying to control?
Our time of possession.
Fucking right, bro.
Yeah.
Time of possession. What we are looking to control is time and space. Wow. Oh, man. Whew. Okay, whenever we talk about fast on this channel, we snake punch. So we're looking for snake punch. Do the Raptors play fast or slow?
Fast.
Okay, snake punch.
Snake punch.
Nice. Okay, you beat me. Everyone thinks they play fast all the time. Here's a graphic that shows what happens, how many seconds the Raptors take out of their own shot clock after they get the ball off the rim. So this shows the 11.1 seconds. Okay, this happens 35% of the time the other team has the ball. The Raptors get a defensive rebound. They're 8th in the league in how fast they themselves do something after that rebound. Okay, so that suggests they play fast. Okay, let's take a look at what happens after a turnover. Okay, so this shows what happens when the Raptors force a turnover and the ball is live. Where do they place?
7.
Even faster, right? Compared to other teams in the league. They take only 8.5 seconds to do something with the ball when they force a turnover. Okay, so from those two stats, Brooke, you would think that everybody who talks about the Raptors are right.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
They're a fast playing team. But the truth is, they're a fast playing team when the ball is live. But when the ball is dead, meaning the other team scores against them, what if I told you the Raptors were the slowest team in the NBA? Would you believe me?
No, but I have a feeling you have.
Fucking right I do. Where do you see this? Okay, so let's take a look. We're looking at a graphic of the teams ranked in order of the team that plays fastest after the other team scores all the way to the slowest Where do the Raptors rank in the slowest in the entire NBA? They're literally the slowest team. Why do you think that is?
Because the defense is already getting set up.
That's a really good point. When the other team scores against us, they have an opportunity to set up their defense. So what the Raptors are doing is there's no transition game in that situation. Likely. Okay, Kalo used to throw like Hail Marys and you'd get a transition play. But typically what the Raptors are looking to do is control time of possession. So they're looking to control the entire game. So think about what we do. So the other team scores on us. Now we come down the court. We try and create mismatches like OG bully balls. Boom, baba, boom, baba. Boom, baba, boom, baba. Scotty, like last night in the game, we show some clips of Scotty with his size, just disgusting.
Hard stop and start.
They really attacked Brogdon last night, remember?
Yeah, they did, yeah.
And he left the game. They really attacked Marcus Smart, and Brian Scalabrine, the commentator for the Boston, was a riot. I don't know how a guy that played NBA basketball says the things that he fucking says. It's crazy.
He's creative.
Seen the West. Offense.
No way. They put it. There's a hand on Tatum.
Holding the arm.
Wait, you're not allowed to knock the hand check away?
That's correct, Brian. You're not allowed. Do up your button there, buddy.
But yeah, so the Raptors play to control how much time they have the ball for in the game. Analytics show that if you suddenly run with the ball after you get a rebound or a turnover, you increase your chances of an easy bucket in transition. So the Raptors don't just get out and put it to their point guard and run. Who on the Raptors will take the ball down the court?
Yeah, them well.
That's what makes the Raptors unique. Any player that gets the ball off the rim can take that ball down the court. Precious will go end to end, right?
Anunoby sits around Blake Griffin.
And now their goal, as you know, when the ball's dead,
They look to work the clock and repeatedly drive and kick at the other team.
so what we learn about this graphic is that the Raptors aren't just controlling pace in the sense of fast. They're controlling time and space by controlling the ball more than the other team. Because when we go down the court after they score, we slow the game down, create mismatches with our off-ball actions. And when the shot clock gets low, what does our guy with the ball do?
They drive to the rim and put it up gently.
Exactly. It's not just about scoring. If they score, wonderful, but putting it up gently at the same time as all of our guys crash the glass does what?
It gives the opportunity for the ball to be there for them to tip it in.
Correct. So it increases our chance to score on that possession, but it also increases our chance to do what with the ball more than the other team?
Have possession of it.
We could start a whole new fucking shot clock and the other team doesn't get the ball for another 14 seconds.
Yeah.
We can get the rebound, and if we don't just tip it in, we can kick it back out for a three, we can kick it back out and start a whole other shot clock. So at the end of the game, if you look at the Raptors' time of possession versus other teams, we kick their ass.
Yeah.
So that's time and space, guys. I hope it was worth the wait. That's my theory on the Raptors and what this new green light of every player on the team being able to drive the ball if they have it and create things by entering the paint. This is about time and space, and it goes hand in hand with crashing the glass.
Some final thoughts on the roster keepers and the roster cuts.
Gabe Brown, we go to 905 games,
Yes.
so we're gonna see Gabe Brown most likely. He's on an E10. We can hope to see like DJ and Josh on E10s if they decide to, but something tells me
They got snatched up.
by another NBA team. I think you're bang on. I would not be shocked. But we got what we wanted out of them, which was what, according to me,
Mentorship.
they had a skill set, and we showed all summer long that skill set to our other guys. So are Josh Jackson and DJ Wilson crying right now? Or did they get paid a lot of fucking money to spend their summer doing this?
They got paid a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, they get paid a lot of money to come and mentor our guys, and they had a viable chance to make the team. But at the end of the day, you don't cut the guys you drafted. You invest in them, because what does it say? If you cut the guys you drafted last year, what does it say to the guys you drafted this year?
Watch out.
Look out, you might get cut next year, right?
Yeah.
We don't invest in our players. Whereas the Raptors want everyone to feel like you invest in them. But they also want guys like DJ and Josh that enter camp as mentors to think they have a chance of making the team. At the very least, we upped their stock and they have a chance of making other teams, I think. So they're not crying. Banton, We already talked about him. That brings us to Jeff Downton. I always felt like Jeff Downton was this very composed, almost like opposite end of the spectrum guy from Banton, because what does Banton do when he drives the lane?
Has a lot of offensive turnovers.
Yes, he turns over the ball on offense. So hopefully he keeps reeling that in and keeps shooting, and then it makes Downton less needed. But Downton's still like this composed guy that played for 2 championship teams before us. We're a 3rd championship team.
Yeah.
So Downton's been on the Milwaukee Bucks champions, Golden State's last year's champion. So he's been on 3 of the last 4 championship teams, and the guy's a young guy that's composed. You can see it on the court. So Downton looks great. It's good to keep him. Ron Harper Jr., we don't really see much from him, but you and I will at the 905.
Yeah.
Cool. So
good to see
anything
that
to say about Ron?
I just need to get to know him, and I think the 905 is going to be a great opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
And see how he plays.
The interesting one for me is going to be seeing how much we see Christian Koloko at the 905.
Yeah.
Because there's a real opportunity to see him a lot. And then the other guys that I wanted to mention is people talked about maybe cutting Malachi or Wancho, even though they had guaranteed contracts. When you think of Malachi, we always talk about, when I say he's Freddie's Padawan, you see that, right?
Totally.
He's the Wan. And then the other thing, what did I predict about the Wans this year? Who did I say is the next Wan?
Juan Justin.
And did you see it in the Celtics game?
Absolutely.
He is the next Wan. Gary and Pascal sat against the Celtics so that we could test out some new Wans. And I'm going to tell you, the next Wan, I just circle it, who's the other Wan? Wancho. We're using a long arm monster to be a Wan. Fighting through screens, playing man defense. And Scotty was even doing it last night. Remember where he fought through the screen and Blake Griffin like exaggerated Scotty going through it and got a call against him?
Yeah.
We're using different Wans. Super cool. Did we cover everyone? DJ, Happy Trails. Josh Jackson, Happy Trails.
Yeah.
Wancho, Malachi. All right, last thing, Brooke. Why don't you tell Kawhi a joke?
Hey, Kawhi.
I don't even know where you're sitting at.
Where do basketball players like to get their treats? Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know if I wave or something.
Nice, that's perfect.
Do you want me to try it again?
No chance, that was too good.
This is Chef's Kiss approved. Mwah!